Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to create a new cover. So let's say you got an ebook, you want to create a new cover. So you can see this one's already outdated. Very easy to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to just take a look at the actual cover here. And you can actually get the cover also. If you don't have the cover, you can get the cover right from the actual ebook here. Right, so if I'm in here in the ebook, open up the ebook. We want to get the dimensions of the actual first page to know the exact dimensions of our cover page, what it's going to be. I usually use the snipper tool. You get the snipper tool here, and you could do this two ways. So yeah, I could just take like a snapshot of the screen there. Basically, I would just save this photo and I would upload this photo to get the dimensions. All right. Now, if you already have the um, cover image here, like you can see I already have, then it's really easy. We're just going to get the dimensions of that cover. All right. This is going to be when we're making our cover template in Canva. All right. So if you look here, I'm using an image size finder. I've actually just searched up this cover image here, and it goes ahead. It gives me the dimensions here. So right away I know it's 3300 for the height and 2550 for the width. So I'm basically going to go into my Canva. All right, so we're going to do this right from scratch, right from the beginning here. All right, so I'm going to actually go in Canva. I'm going to type in book cover, and because basically the theme is beauty, I'm going to put beauty, see what they have, take a look around, see which one you like the best, and we're just going to tweak it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead with this first one here. So you're basically going to click that template, and you're going to click customize this template. That simple. All right, so once your template's loaded, you want to make sure you change everything out the way you want, because this is going to be different text. So I've gone ahead, I've just fast forwarded, changed out all the text, done all that stuff, right? And I'm going to show you how this looked before I did the sizing here. All right, so the sizing, you'll notice that right off the bat when you start, the sizing is not going to be the right size, right? So I'm just going to go ahead, magic switch. I'm going to go here, custom size, and we're going to type in those dimensions that were given to us here. So we got the height of 3300 and 2550. So let's go ahead, 3300, 2550, and click continue. All right, and then right away, you're going to go ahead and resize this design, and it's going to go ahead and give you the new size. There you go. So basically, once you start moving text around, figure out where you want stuff, figure out what looks nice, you'll basically come up with your own template. So the one that I've done here looks just like this. It's the title of our book, 10 Best Beauty Products to Sell in 2024, exactly how I want it. I've just changed a few text. I've made this bold. I made this bold. I moved this top part down here and put the year highlighted there. So if that's the way you like it, we're going to stretch this out here a bit. And if everything looks good, you're just going to click share. You're going to download this as a JPEG. Right? I usually put the best quality there. So we're going to go ahead and download that. And there you go. So we got our new cover here. And so this would basically be our book cover. So this could be our, when we upload it onto, so there's two things. So one is the book cover, which you upload onto your Wix products. And the other one is the actual cover of the ebook itself. All right. So basically you can see here, the size is actually quite large here. And I'm at 2.2 megabytes. All right. So I can show you how to make this a smaller file size. Now that's just for our Wix cover image, where it can be a smaller size. For the book image, we're going to keep that size because it's going to just be a nice quality image. So let's go ahead. Let's open our book first. And let's go ahead and change this book cover. So I'm going to click here. So if you're not sure what program I'm using a program called PDF Element, Wondershare PDF Element. All right, so on the left here, click thumbnails. We're going to go here and we are going to create a new page. All right, so I'm going to go ahead here, click blank page, just like that. I'm going to click the page. We're going to click edit up here and we're going to add an image. There you'll see our new cover there. And there you'll see it'll fit really nicely in here. It'll fit perfectly into your book cover. So I'm going to click that just like that. And we're going to go ahead and delete the old book cover. Delete that. All right, and so basically from here, I mean, you could go through the ebook and you could add some new stuff. You can see right away here, I have to change this part here, right? So looking for the best beauty products of 2021. Right away, we know we have to change that to 2024, right? And then this part as well. So you just want to go through it and make sure that the year is correct in the book here, right? And so mostly it's just the beginning part there. You could see this is talking about a product that had a peak in August 2018. So if this product is still relevant, you can keep it here because there are still going to be thousands of people searching, or not, if not thousands, hundreds of thousands searching for magnetic eyelashes. So you just want to make sure you do a bit of research and see if there's anything that you want to add to this ebook, right? Just to make it more relevant to 2024. Right, so that's basically something you would do there. And if you want to add a new product, then you would basically just add it as a new page here in the ebook. All right, and so when you're done that, you're going to save. Make sure that changes are saved there. And then we got our doc file here. All right, so now what we can do with our doc, there are two ways to do this. If you don't have PDF share element, you could also do this in Microsoft Word. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All right, so here we are, Microsoft Word. You can see our old book cover here. All right, so here we are in the Word file. All right, and the same thing, you want to make sure that your text is the way you want it. Just put in the year in there. And then let's go ahead and change the cover here. So I'm just clicking the cover, hit delete, and then we are just going to insert the new cover here. So I'm going to go picture, and we will basically insert the picture from there. There you go, and there's the picture. So you just want to make sure that it's stretched out the way you want it there. So just play around with it until you get the right size. All right, and what I usually like to do is I will just right click here, click wrap text, and hit square. And if your photo is not here, sometimes it moves on to the next page, so just make sure you move it back up here, and then we can just manually make this larger here. All right, so we're just going to give the image the size that we want here. Now, if you can remove the header here, go ahead and remove that header just to make it fill up the whole page if needed. And yeah, and then you basically will need to just look at the text here, make sure everything is the way you want it. So we're going to bring this up here. There we go. Make sure everything looks good the way you want it. Give it a final check here. And if everything looks good, we're going to save that. And then from this point, you can also save it as a PDF. So when you save as, you go PDF, and it will save that as a PDF file. All right, so that's all that there is to it. So this old file, the old cover, you can delete this. And so keep in mind, when you do upload this onto your website, you want to basically have it as a zip file. All right. So this file here, which is going to be your book cover file. We want to compress this, and there are two ways of doing that. You could just shrink the image down in your image viewer, or you could just compress it. All right. So there are two ways to do it. So if you type in image compressor online, just upload the file here, and right away it will compress that image for you. So you can see it was at 2 megabytes. And once we download it, it's going to save you a lot of space. And this just helps you to, when you put it on Wix, just makes your product page load quicker. So it's good to have your photo images for your Wix product page to just have those as lower image. So you can see right away I saved about 80% space. So you're just going to download that. All right, and the second way of doing this, I've just opened this with paint.net. You can see my photo is actually quite large because at 100%, you can see how big that is, right? So that's 100%, right? So I don't need it to be that big. Really, for my photo cover, I don't need it to be at about 20% here. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to resize that, and let's change the percent, and let's make that 20% there. There you go. So 20%, which at 100% is going to look like this. Right, so that's a good size there. So we're just going to save that as a JPEG. All right, and so there we go. So you could see that the file that I compressed online, you could see it's about 300 kilobytes here. So it's compressed to about 300. And then the one that I've done manually to paint.net, just resizing it down to about 200 kilobytes. All right, so that's pretty good. You know, I could potentially use this one. This is good enough. This is more than good enough, basically, for people to see your Wix cover image. Because you have to remember, if people aren't looking on their laptop, they will be looking on their mobiles. So this photo is good enough for looking on your laptop. It will give you a nice, crisp, clear image for you to see the book cover is good enough. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna delete this one here. I'm gonna go with the 200. So when we upload our files on Wix, this is gonna be our book cover. All right, and this is, we're going to compress this as a zip file. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and delete the old zip file, and you can also include this as your graphics within your folder here. So I'm going to just call this book cover. Let's just call it book cover and best beauty products 2024. All right, and we're going to go ahead and put that book cover in the file, right? Because we're also selling this as a resellable ebook. And there you go, got all your files there that you need. And so right away, I'm just gonna unzip, I'm gonna zip this as a zip file. There we go. So we want to give this a good title too. There you go. So this is gonna be your final zip file that you're gonna upload in Wix. All right, and this is gonna be your book cover. All right, so that's just something to keep in mind there when you do upload that to Wix. All right, in case you forgot how to do that, you're just going to go to your Wix dashboard, store products. You're going to go to products over here, and then we are going to, you can either update your old product that was there. So let's go ahead and let's see if we have it here. There you go, 10 best beauty products. We'll go ahead and click the product. So we don't have to change a whole lot. We're just going to update the file and the title as well. So right here, you'll see 20 best beauty products to sell in 2021. So we're just going to replace this file. That's all we're doing. Replacing the file, click zip file, and then we're going to find that new zip file that we have and just replace it. All right. And so that's going to be this zip file that we just created here. We're going to replace it with that. All right. So once that's replaced, we change the title, change it to the new title. Right. Give it a new title. And then also you want to make sure description is consistent as well here. Right, and then your new book cover. So you're gonna delete this old cover, you're gonna create the new cover here, click plus, click images, and you're going to upload that new cover that we made here. This one here that we've compressed. You're going to upload that as the photo cover. All right, so that's gonna be your new cover. Check your price, make sure it's the price you want there, and then the last thing you could possibly do as well is the SEO settings. And you can see in the SEO settings, we're just going to go here to basics. And then this is where you're going to basically update your URL slug, right? So you want to give it the new title of the book, right? So this is just your URL. It's going to be now 20. You can see it's already updated, so we don't have to change anything here. But your title tag, just double check that. That looks good too. And then you want to give it a meta description. So you want to just give it a small description. Try not to go over 175 characters. Just a small description, basically describing what this book is about. And then when you're done that, you will just click save. Right, so that's simple. I hope this video helped you a lot. If you have any more questions, just let me know.